Hello everyone, welcome to my very first video on YouTube. Today I am going to present you uh, the birthday email automation using Power Automate. So, these are the key features for this automation. So I am providing you the automation, the automated email will have image embedded and it is and that image will be a random image and unique image for every new email, and you can add GIF images, animated wishes as well. uh, you can copy to the individual uh, uh, the employees manager, as well as you can copy to the distribution list. You can put them in BCC as well if you don't want to disclose to whom that email went. Then send email from either from a user or from a shared mailbox. Some prerequisites, so definitely we need a birthday records database list in Excel format, and that too in a table format. Office 365, SharePoint and Power Platform licenses, shared mailbox access if you want to send the wishes from the shared mailbox. Typically, what HR team does, they use the shared mailbox ID so that they reply. They want to avoid the mailbox. They want to avoid the reply to all and filling in the inbox of their own. So that's why they use the shared mail IDs. Uh, last, the next one is birthday greeting images. So we need those images um, which we are going to add them into the email body. And last one is basic knowledge of SharePoint use. If you don't know how to use SharePoint, it is very easy. So it is like just operating a website. So don't worry if you still don't know how to operate SharePoint. So let's get started. We are going to use Power Automate, Outlook, SharePoint, and Microsoft Excel. That's it. So let's get started with our demo. Thank you. Okay, so I just now logged into my Office 365 account. Now I'm quickly go to the SharePoint list. Remember, first you need to create a SharePoint list, import the birthday data, whatever you have received from your HR team. If your HR team you already having that data, you just need to modify that data into the table format in Excel sheet. So if you don't know how to create a table format, convert that existing data into the table format. I'll create one more video to explain how to create the Excel data into the table format. So right now I'm assuming that uh, you know how to convert the Excel data in the table format. Okay, so I quickly log into my SharePoint. This is my company site. I'll go to my company site. So to create a SharePoint list, you just need to click. So you can use any SharePoint site. If you have already your own SharePoint site, you can use that SharePoint site. If you want to create a new SharePoint site, if you have access to create everything, then you can create it. I assume that you will be using your current SharePoint site. So you'll just need to click on new button, click on list, the SharePoint list. So we are using create list from Excel. So I'll just click on the upload file. I already have this my employee data received from the HR team, with all the required fields and already converted into the table format. My table is loading. This is my table. So I we need these basic fields like the employee ID, employee name, the birth date, and the email ID. Why employee ID is required? It will be useful for the HR team only to search the employee using the employee code if he or she is resigned to remove that record from the birthday database. Here I'll just convert the birthday into the date and time format, okay, so that our birthday record will is future record and the current record stores in the date and time format. Okay, so these are my organization employees. These are sample records, not actual employees. Okay, so next, so I need to give a name to the SharePoint list. Birthday, birthday database. Create. So you can uncheck or check if you want to show the SharePoint list in the site navigation. So this is the site navigation. So this is the SharePoint list is created now. You can view your SharePoint list from here, site content. Here are the list we already created. Okay. So now we quickly go to now we are going to create the image list. So I'm going to create from blank because we need to but we need to add image as attachment in this particular list. So we are not using any Excel data for that. So I'll create it. There is no need to have any specific column. I'll keep the name as title only. So what I'll do, I'll just click on new. I'll give my attachment. My record will be named as one, and the subsequent attachment will be named as one dot. Whether you are going to use JPG, GIF, whatever kind of image you are going to use, so you can you need to make sure that your attachment name and the title matches, and it should be uh, a number, uh, and it should not contain any character. So I'll explain you why I'm creating this, because we are using a random function in Power Automate. It will pick any random number and it will call, and that Power Automate will call this particular list and upload and pick that particular random number, matches that number with this list with the title, and call that attachment, and it will embed that attachment the into that email. So I'll just quickly click one, click on add attachment. I'll just mm, give me 1 minute. I'll put some images. So for the sample purpose, uh, we are going to I'm going to use only 10 images, so that uh, so that you can add any number of images, and it will it will it will be good if you add. The number of images, if more the number of images, more the random uh, uh, pictures, and the less repetition of images will be there in the birthday emails. Okay, so now the images is there, so you can see the images. Attachment uh, one I need to choose because the title is one. So I'll quickly create each and every one. Two, two, save. Three, three, save. Four, four, save. Five, five, save. Six, six, save. This is one time task. Uh, it You can add any number of images in future, and this will be a one time activity only. You no need to repeat. Choose any um, or modify anything. 9, 10. So I'm using 10 images. That's it. So now we are ready with our uh, SharePoint list. Now I'll show you the SharePoint list once again, which SharePoint list we already created for this. Okay, birthday database. It has the birthday records along with employee ID, employee name, and email ID. So these are the most important fields we actually required in SharePoint list. Birthday image list. So this birthday image list actually having the image database. So the important point to note here that uh, the naming convention of the image, like, so we are creating a record one, and the attachment should match. The attachment also should have the same name, one.jpg, one.gif, whatever kind of image you are going to use, so you can use. And it should be a numeric one. Start with I suggest start with 1 to whatever till number you want to use, you can use that. 100, 200 images, but uh, creating this list is one time task. The birthday database is dynamic list. Okay, and it will keep changing as per if employee leaves or if new employee joins. So it need to be updated by the HRT. Okay, so that's it. We are ready with the SharePoint. Now we'll quickly move to Power Automate. So I just now clicked on the Power Automate. So our flow will be a automated flow. So, and not automated, it is actually a scheduled flow. It will run automatically, but in terms of Power Automate language, it is a schedule flow. So I'll click on schedule flow, then birthday, sorry, my caps is on, birthday automation. Okay, so I'll skip this right now. Okay, so this is a good um, view to show you. Okay, see, search the trigger schedule. So I'm clicking on schedule, click on the recurrences. Okay, so I want interval one time, frequency daily, time zone. So this is very important. You need to select correct time zone to trigger your um, uh, Power Automate flow as per your time zone. So I am based out of India, so I am selecting India time zone. Yeah, so this is, so if you want to select the when to from the start time or the start date, you can select here, else you can leave it as blank. So this will by default trigger daily. uh, I will choose 9 a.m. If you want to add any time 9:15, then it will trigger at 9:15. So the preview runs at 9:15 every day. So I will leave it blank. I want to trigger at 9 a.m. every day. Okay, so this is my trigger. So whenever the this flow, Power Automate flow will trigger, will run every day at 9 a.m. So now moving on to next step. So what we will do here is declare some variables. So I'll declare first variable. I'll explain this why I am declaring it. Okay. So variable initialize variable DL email ID. Okay. String. I need to put a value also here. Let me check what is my DL. Yeah, this is my DL. I'll just copy this DL, paste. So, why I'm declaring this variable? Because in BCC, um, uh, the Power Automate do not uh, allow the uh, DL email IDs. Okay, so you can put any person email IDs over there. It will automatically pick that email and send email to that particular DL, but to that person. But there is a drawback. There is a lag here that they don't accept the DL IDs. So what a trick I did, I just initialized one variable and I set a value to that variable, is the DL, and it accepted, and it is triggering email to the distribution list as well. So now the I'll declare one more variable. Sorry, variable initialize variable. This is for image. I'll select type as integer because our image name as well as the record is integer only, right? So what I'll do, I'll just the value what I am doing is I will be adding a random number between a specific value. So if you're if you can see here, the random function is minimum value should be integer, maximum value it should be integer. So what I am putting here, minimum value should be 1 and maximum value should be 10, because remember we added 10 images. The number of whatever number of images you are going to add in the image SharePoint list, the random number maximum value should be that that number. So if you have added 10 records, 10 images in the image list, then you should enter 10 here. So that's why I'm putting 10 here. So what it will do, uh, it will pick any random number between 1 to 10. So this way you will get a random image in every email. So it may repeat, but it will. So that's why I ask you to add uh, more and more images in the image SharePoint list, so that you'll get a unique image every time, and the repetition will be avoided. Moving on. So now we are ready with our variables. You can rename the variable thing here DL. So this will help. Email variable image variable. Okay. So now we just need to call our uh, SharePoint list, SharePoint get items, get items. And now we are going to call our SharePoint birthday list, and we are going to compare the today's date and the whatever date so we whatever birthdays we are having in the birthday database. If it and we'll and if the condition matches, then it will trigger email. So uh, m- to check that condition, we need to call the data, right? So that's it. So now we already called out that data. So now next what we'll do, we'll So what we'll do, we'll just compose so it will automatically compose each and every birthday column, and so that's why it turned into a loop kind of thing, and automatically it chooses apply to each. So each and every record will the birthday date will be composed. So now next I'll add a condition here, control condition. So what I'm going to do is format date and time. The output of compose, and the format is mm hyphen dd. Okay, that's it. So I'll show you again. So what we did, we used a format date and time function. What it will do, it will format your existing date data into a specific date format. So, for example, if today's date is 1/1/2021, so it will format and convert that data into 0101 only. So it will eliminate the year from that particular uh, uh, record, and so it will be easy for us to compare whether the birth date and month is matching or not, to validate the condition and meet the if today is your birthday or not. So to check the today is your birthday or not, and if yes, then it will trigger the emails to validate that condition. This uh, formatting the data is required. So now, so the compose we did actually uh, the compose is actually we used is having the date birth date from the SharePoint list for that this for one record, and it will run till last record. So it will check each and every record, and if it matches with the today's data, then it will go yes. If not matches, it will go into the no loop. So now is equal to, sorry, I need to type it in expression, format date time. So what we are going to use for today's date, the function is UTC now. So this will return today's date and time, the current date and time, sorry. Same M hyphen D D. Okay. So click on OK. So this will match your data from your SharePoint list. The data will be, it will just match the date and month with the current date and month, whatever the running date and month. Okay, if now we are not going to put anything in if it does not match, if it does not meet it, if it is not equal to the current date and month, it will go to no loop. We are not going to add anything in the no loop. If it matches, then what next? So it should trigger a birthday email to that particular employee, right? So now the most important thing, if it matches, then we need to call the image attachment. So what I'm going to do, so I'll just call the SharePoint, SharePoint. Then I need to get attach. I want a get attachment option. Yeah. So now I have the get attachment option. What I select your SharePoint site where your image list, we have the birthday image list id. Your now now this uh, uh, what should be the id? So what it is trying to do is call the your this get attachment does is call the SharePoint site where your birthday image list is stored, and this id is actually id of the list item to get attachment from. So you remember that we created one variable, and that variable is actually an integer, and it contains a random number between 1 to 10. So why 1 to 10? 10, we have added 10 records in our image, and our uh, record name starts with 1 to 10, right? So the we are going to select the image variable here. What it will do, whatever random number is assigned in this particular loop, so it will just pick that particular random that particular record from from the birthday image list. So, and it will call out that attachment, and it will insert in the email body of the which we are going to send to that particular employee. So now we already we know that we have which attachment we are going to call. Now we need the content of that attachment, right? So we again select one more SharePoint action, get attachment content. Okay, so same SharePoint site, list name, birthday image. The id is also same, that is image, and the file identifier. This is very important uh, 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 very important thing that you need to mention the file identifier. So this id is important. Using this id, you'll again connect with the birthday image list, and you'll call the content of that image id, right? So file identifier is just this is file identifier. Now you can see that it again converted into one more loop. So what it is going to do, it will scan all the records, and w- which file identifier it matches and the ID matches, it will call that record only, content of that attachment only, but it will scan each and every record. Moving on, again we need to add one more compose here. I'll just add it first, then I'll explain you. So I already have that expression copied. I'm going to paste it. So I'll just explain you this expression. This base 64, what it actually does, it calls the content of that attachment, and it pastes the same into the email body. So this we need to use this in HTML format, then only it will paste. Okay. So now next action will be send an email. So I- I'm sending two emails here. So I'm adding two actions. One, if you wanted to send through a email from any individual ID, like you want to send from a person to another person, then you can use send an email v2. This is typically, it will use the sender is by default who is owner of this particular flow. You can change that connection from here, add connection. Right now my connection is added. You can add connection and remove your own. So whosoever is whose connection is connected to this send an email, so from that particular person's id, mail will be sent. So in two, definitely just just check the email, get items email id, then subject is obviously your choice, whatever subject you want to put, you can put over there, like happy birthday xyz. So I will stand use a standard uh, wishes like this, and happy birthday, and the person name, you need a person name over there, right? Then search the employee name, and I'll just add three exclamatory mark over there. Now the actual trick comes here. Okay, so this is by default, we need this in HTML code view format. So you can switch to code view format by clicking here. Okay, so now this is page break. I'm assuming that you know how to write HTML codes. So img src is equal to data image slash jpeg colon base 64 comma, then put the output of compose 2. The compose 2 output carries the attachment content. So that's why we are putting that output. So if you want to add any text, you can add text as well. So I'm not adding any text, so I'm just inserting image. So okay, just you need to uh, that this loop this record loop, we need to put the attachment content in the attachment content option here, so that it will call the attachment and and the content of that attachment. That's it. So we did set up the send email v2 option. So if you want to copy, you can directly just mention in CC. Okay. If you want to keep in BCC, then you can keep them in BCC. Okay. So what I am doing, I'm just adding the DL email ID in BCC, so that by default the email ID, they don't allow the email ID directly in BCC. So that's why I added the variable we already declared earlier in this process. So importance, you need to change it to normal. Okay, that's it. The send email v2 is ready. Now I will show you how to send it from the from the shared mailbox. So before that, what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and get manager details. If you want to get manager details, you can get, or else I'll skip that step here. I'll, if you want to call manager and want to add manager details, then just comment. I'll do that separately, but right now I'm skipping that process. Shared mailbox, send an email from shared mailbox v2. Okay, so just specify the shared mailbox team. This is my shared mailbox. To rest, everything remains same. Email ID, I'll copy the content from here. Where is that? Yeah, put the name. I converted into the HTML code view. I'll just copy this. I'll just remove this output and again put that output, output compose 2. Okay, then in BCC you need to add the DL and attachment content. change the impo, importance to normal. That's it. Our flow is ready. So just save it. Sorry, we just forgot to mention the name of the attachment. So we are putting name over there. Where is that? So, birthday. That's it. I will save it. It's saving now. There are some warnings, so let's ignore that. Let me test. Okay, your flow is running now. By default, I made everyone's birthday today, so we I'm hopeful that we'll get email for everyone. You can see now we have received all the emails, like, so this mail has this particular attachment, mail body. His name is appearing in the subject line. Just we just need to set the variable again, um, because every loop every loop, once it completes each record, then we need to set the variable again. So that's why we are going to add set variable option here. Set variable option here, so that when next time it again searches for the matching birth date in the birthday database, it will change the image number so that you will get unique image uh, in next birthday wishes email, right? So random, we have 10 images, right? Then 1 to 10, that's it. Okay, so what it will do, it will change the number, and for and the in the next loop it will. Now I'm saving the record, and I will test it one more time so that you can I'll test it again so that you can see the random images in every new birthday wishes email. One second, click on test, run flow, done. So I'm quickly going into my inbox. So first is my name, so this particular wish in my birthday wishes I don't think so, I don't know why the image is not reflecting. Maybe the image is corrupted. I will correct it. This is the another different employee having this image. This is another different employee having this image. This is repeat, repeat, different image. That's it, guys. So this is my birthday automation solution, and I hope that you liked it and you will implement this. If you need any help, you can comment it or write it to me. Send in a message directly to me. I'll help you. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please do subscribe for more and more such solution at the workplace, and I'm happy to share my knowledge with you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.